So first video went through how to draw your cube, so again, no harm to practice that, so we'll go part. Give my SOLIDWORKS a chance to have any bit of life about it. Right, go to front plane, sketch, sketch, draw a cube, smart dimension, select side, and what dimension did I give you the last time for that, lads? Yeah, 100, alright, we'll just stick with that. 100 there, and then 100 here as well. Okay, say okay for that. Features and extrude. That'll bring it up 3D. You can drag it out there, or you can come over to this box here, type in 100 and press enter on your keyboard, and press enter again, and that'll give you your 3D cube. Now, a couple of features that are nice once you have something in 3D. So if I wanted to draw a hole in this, all right. Or actually, you know what? If I wanted to draw a rectangle out of this, so let's select that surface. Press Control and 8 on your keyboard, brings whatever surface you're drawing up to look at it. What I could do, So to get it 3D is going up to features and going to extrude boss base. All right. But that's in the last video, so this is the next video, so you'll watch that one in a minute. All right. Once you have this surface up and you are looking at it, you are going to go to sketch again. Now, next thing you're going to do is you're going to drop down off the line tool, and there's a little menu will come up here, and it's a thing called center line. So a center line is a line that you can draw on this, but basically it'll disappear once you're done with it. So it won't print, it won't come out in anything else, it'll just disappear. You can press escape then, because otherwise I'll be trying to draw a million of those and I don't want to, so I can press escape. That lets go of it. And then I am going to draw a center rectangle here. The reason I went with the center one is I want to be able to find the center on this and draw out my rectangle there, which that did not work, so excuse me. Right. And sometimes things just don't work with your lads in SOLIDWORKS. It is probably one of the most frustrating systems to use. Right, what I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to go for corner rectangle instead. Right, and this is going to be a good one for you to learn then, lads. So I'm going to draw another center line in this cube here. We see that? So I now have this line, and this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come around here and find where the center is, and that'll highlight there for me. Select that, press Control on your keyboard, hold it, and then what you're going to do is you're going to find that same point, center point on this as well. So I have both of those selected. All right. So I have both of those selected like that, and you'll see it'll come up here, add a relationship. So what I want them to be touching, which is what we call coincident on SOLIDWORKS. If I select a coincident there, that'll move over, and that's bang center for me. Okay. I'm going to bring this up to whatever size I want. And we're going to go features then and extrude off of that. So this way we're getting, if I hold my roller and turn the mouse, I'll see what's happening. This way I get this part coming out here, and we can set that to 20 millimeters, it's fine. All right, so I have a box coming out of a box, nice and easy. Okay, if I wanted to put a hole back through that, so let's say, why are you making it have a rave? Let's say I want to put a hole back through it. Maybe I was making a bolt of some sort and I now need to have a hole in that bolt. I'm going to select the surface again and go Control 8. We'll go to my circle tool. I can hover over this and find where the center is and come down. I can hover over this as well and find where the center was and bring that in. And you see that line should click on. Now, what I'm going to do once I've drawn that circle, I could smart dimension it if I want. If I wanted to decide what that is, so if I say that's 50, that's out there. And the next thing I can do is go to extrude cut this time. So that'll let this cut through. Now, you have a couple of options on these in this side mirror here. So cutting through blind means that no matter what, depending on the measurement you've given it, it'll cut up to that measurement. If I say through all, it'll just cut through all of it. It doesn't need a measurement at all, it'll just cut through. If I say cut through all on both, that would be if I drew the circle on this surface here, that would go both ways and make sure that there's a hole going the entire way through it. Up to next will be up to the next item, up to surface will be up to the next surface, and offset from surface would be maybe 10 millimeters away from the edge. If I was extruding something, I wanted to make sure it was 10 millimeters away, I'd say this is the surface I want, go 10 millimeters past that. So for me, through all will fit on this, and I'm going to say okay on that. So now I have this fella here. Don't freak out if you're not keeping up with it, lads. I'll put this video up on YouTube for you in a minute. Once I have that done, there's a few other things that I can play around with. So I could decide that actually, you know what, I want the edges on this to be round. So I'll select my edge here. I'll go to fillet there, and I can change this. So at the moment it's metric and 10 millimeters. I can change that measurement if I wanted to. Right, so I can go 20, I can type in 6 if I wanted, that's fine. The other thing you can do on this is you could also go asymmetric, where you could just change the angle on one part of it like that. Okay. For me though, for the moment, I'm going to keep things simple. We're going to go symmetric like that. And I'm also going to select the other edges going around this. So I can select that edge as well. That edge. Make sure you're selecting onto the edge and not onto the surface. And that. And we have this. I could decide the last thing I want is actually I want to have this hollow. So I'm going to go to shell here. I'm going to select 0.1 millimeters as the thickness of the walls. Right. And say okay on that. And then what I have is that's hollowed out there. Right. It's a couple of small things. That's once you know where things are on this and how it works, it's actually lovely software to use. Until you get to that point, it is going to be your worst enemy. Okay, and I'll be very honest with that. Huh? Oh, it's so easy. Absolutely. It's a lovely software to use when you know what in God's name you're supposed to be looking for. All right.